How's it going, everybody? Jonathan here, aka Revolution Cowboy, and I'm doing a video on something that, well, I think has taken everybody in the wrestling community, whether it be us the fans or, wrestlers themselves, and just, I don't know, this is probably one of the most unexpected things that has happened, probably in the last week or so. I mean, we just had come off of WrestleMania, and probably one of the biggest Raws after WrestleMania in a while. Well, I'm gonna cut to the chase. This is something I didn't even believe was real because we just saw this guy right here, the Ultimate Warrior, on Monday Night Raw. His first appearance on Raw in, it's probably been almost 20 years. Well, apparently it would be not only his first appearance in 20 years, but sadly his last. As it was reported that earlier Tuesday evening, Ultimate Warrior had passed away. And at first, I didn't believe it, to be honest. When I saw people posting stuff on Facebook about Rest in Peace Warrior, I was like, no. I mean, I know in the past there was the rumor, and some people have told me, oh, Ultimate Warrior was, deceased prior to, his return to WCW and prior to his induction to the Hall of Fame. And I mean, because obviously in the 90s, something happened to Warrior then, he disappeared, and then people said he was dead. So that's what kind of made me wonder, when I saw this on Facebook, I was like, no, that can't be real. But when I went by a few wrestling websites, they had mentioned it, and even TMZ has picked up on the story. In fact, I'm going to actually go to that real quick. Wrestling Inc. is my first source, and they posted what it said on TMZ. It says TMZ had an article about Ultimate Warrior's passing away at 54. According to the site, Warrior collapsed while walking to his car with his wife outside an Arizona hotel at 5:50 p.m. on April 8th. That'd be yesterday, that's currently now April 9th that I'm doing this video. Warrior was then transported to a nearby hospital where he was pronounced dead. No, not trying to explain that yet. We hope to have more soon. We'd like to offer our condolences to Warrior's family and friends at this time. I mean, like everyone else, I'm stunned, to be honest. Ultimate Warrior is probably one of those wrestlers I respect, even though, as I didn't start watching wrestling until about 1998, so I got to see a little bit of Warrior in WCW during maybe one of his last wrestling runs before he pretty much just retired, and had only done shoot interviews and stuff that kept him away from WWE only until recently. And I mean, I honestly don't know what to say about this. I still can't believe we just saw him Monday night, and he seemed fine. I mean, yeah, I think he did cough a little. He sounded a little bit kind of, I don't know, maybe like he would sound like he was sick, but he was fine. I mean, I don't know. That's just what gets me. I think back to other wrestlers who had been, fine a week before or even days before their passing, like, say, Eddie Guerrero, or maybe, trying to think of other wrestlers. I mean, hell, even I have to bring this guy up, and this guy brings about controversy, Chris Benoit, who, unlike Guerrero and, of course, Warrior, I don't like talk about Benoit that much, but, I mean, one of the wrestling deaths, the last few years that really has touched me is the passing of Macho Man Randy Savage. Somebody that, unfortunately, has not made an appearance in WWE since, God, 1995, 94. I don't even remember when Macho Man last was in WWE. And someone who actually wrestled Ultimate Warrior before. And even though Macho Man was starting to, make amends with WWE, appearing in video games, having action figures made for him again, just like Warrior. It sucks we never got one last appearance from Macho Man before his passing. And now that we, lost Ultimate Warrior only 3 years later. I mean, like I said, I'm having a hard time trying to say anything about this because it's just, I mean, Warrior's a guy I respect. He trained alongside another guy that I'm actually a big fan of, Sting. So I know Sting's probably already said something about, Warrior, how they, started in the, territories together before they went their separate paths. Sting became, a big star, and, NWA Middle Ag, WCW, while Warrior became a somewhat big star in the WWF before just pretty much just appearing in '96 and then coming back in '98 to WCW, and then like I said, just pretty much being done with the wrestling scene until his Hall of Fame induction this past Saturday night. I mean, I guess we've had a pretty shocking week when it comes to wrestling in general. Seeing the Undertaker's streak end to Brock Lesnar, but what we need to remember about that is that's just that was gonna happen. Taker wanted his streak to end Brock Lesnar, whether we wanted to agree with it or not. I mean, people could say that was a script that was changed at the last moment, but you know what? Compared to the passing of a wrestler like the Ultimate Warrior, I mean, it's just, I think we can get over quicker Taker's loss at WrestleMania than the passing of Ultimate Warrior. And I don't know what more else I could say about this. It's probably one of the saddest things that happened in the last at least 3 years. Like I said, the last time I was really sad about a wrestler was Macho Man, and probably other Macho was probably Guerrero. Benoit was only sad until I was found out what Benoit did, and I don't want to hear any Benoit comments. I mean, I'm not going to argue with anyone about Benoit. And then also keep in mind we're, 15 years removed from Owen Hart's tragic passing when he had, fallen to his death at Over the Edge in 1999. So, now, wrestling deaths are not a new thing. I mean, of all the sports that probably has the majority of deaths, I mean, you could think about racing, football, maybe basketball and baseball have maybe a small amount of deaths, but I think wrestling, I mean, how many wrestlers actually make it past the age of 40? I mean, Ultimate Warrior was one of those few who was lucky to make it to 50, and, Macho Man too, before his passing, Macho Man almost made it to 60. But still, in a sport where many wrestlers don't even make it past their 30s, like Owen Hart or Guerrero, I mean, I think we can be glad that Warrior was around as long as he was. And I mean, I like I said, it shakes me up a little bit that we lost a great wrestler too soon. I mean, yeah, what more can we get from him as an active competitor? I mean, I'm just glad we saw him again, and I want to say to Ultimate Warrior, thank you to your family. Thoughts and prayers go out to them. And to everybody that's affected by this, I'm just, just keep Warrior in your heart. Whether you watched him as a kid or you watched him in recent years. And yeah, that's about it. So everybody, thank you very much for watching. I'm going to play Ultimate Warrior's theme to end the video. It's probably not going to be that good quality, but I'm going to play it anyway. Anyways, guys, thanks for watching. Rock on, and rest in peace, Ultimate Warrior. If you guys can hear that, please, I apologize. I should have like here, but it's late night. I don't want to disturb everybody sleeping. Anyways, once again, that's all for now. And rest in peace, Ultimate Warrior. Thank you for the memories.